Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm here getting my stoke on. The evening, I'm watching the sunset. Maybe you can get a little look at it out there. A little sunset action going on out the window. Sitting here working on a new piece of art. I don't know, I might just keep this one black and white. No color added. No color required. Anyway, I had this cool conversation with this kid, Noah, who was there with his girlfriend, Becca, right? High school kid. Fully calling me about just being jammed up at high school and checking out how everybody's asleep at high school and he's fully frustrated. And I go, why not look at it the other way? Instead of being frustrated and angry that everybody's a sheeple, why don't you look at it as how stoked you are that you're not a sheeple, that you're fully awake enough to watch the gear work of it all, that you can see right through the hoax, right through the illusion that is this 3D experience that we're all being told is super real, that we must attach ourselves to, that we must buy possessions to make ourselves happy, that we must fill our lives with material possessions in order to be right on. Yeah, that'd make me crazy too. So he was talking to me about, how frustrated and angry he was and about the whole thing. And then in the midst of it all, he's like, what do you do when you get angry? Do you get angry? I go, dude, I'm Fruit Loops. I get super angry all the time. Like, yeah, I got a little bit of rage. You've seen some of it if you go check out the Hiroshima Nagasaki videos I put out. I have a full dark, angry alter ego that doesn't manifest itself quite in the Hiroshima Nagasaki level anymore, but definitely is there. Like, I fully get angry about all sorts of stuff. But there's like two different kinds of angry. There's righteous indignation that you've been unjustly treated and done wrong and the whole thing. And then there's sort of like an anger at the incompetence of the system. That, people are asleep that like, for example, for me, like when I drive to work, like people who putt in the fast lane make me crazy. Just makes me crazy, man. I don't understand it. I can't fathom it. I'm like, what are they doing? That if they drove slow in the slow lane, I could jam. I'm a leadfoot, man. I like to get places quick, and Terra Cruiser 3's a speeder, man. It's a good car. Like, I'd be crazy if I didn't want to drive it fast. I'm not like crazy dangerous speed, but I like to go 80. Anyway, like I'll find myself getting super angry and frustrated about it. Dude, there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it at all. Like what? Flip people off, cut them off, run them off the road? Nah. There's nothing I can do except be like, whoa, what is it about me that's getting so angry? It's all about me. On a certain level, like when I get angry at stuff, it's all about me. Like, what's wrong with me at the moment? Why am I in such a hurry? Why can't I slow down? Why do I care there's someone, like, going 40 miles an hour in the slow lane? See, even right now, it makes me crazy. So there's that kind of anger. And then there's getting on the phone with the bank. And they've totally screwed you. And you're sitting there, and you should be pissed. You should be totally angry about certain aspects of today's society and do the thing. But right, it is being angry at the bank. Bank of America is the bank I use, and they're always screwing me to me. I always got to call and be like, what is up? What is up with you clowns? I know you guys are scamming me. Right? But at the other end of that phone is a human being, man. Some person trying to feed themselves and get through a day of work, right? Now, no matter how right I am to be getting mad, and I'm one of those, like, put me to the next guy in line, and I'll get hostile with him. But along the way, whoever I get hostile with, I always apologize to. And that's what I was getting to know about is it's not that you get angry or you act out or you do stupid things or you commit wrong. It's what you do about it after you've made said error. Look, there's nothing wrong with losing your mind. We're human beings. We get crazy about stuff. It's what you do when you lose your mind. Do you admit that you were wrong? Or do you pretend that it's their fault that you lost your mind on them? Yeah, okay. For example, the Bank of America thing. Me yelling at some dude or woman on the other end of the phone may get me what I want through Bank of America, and it almost always does. But if I take a step back and realize that there's just another human being on the other end of the phone, and they don't really control Bank of America, they're just a cog in the machine. Yeah, they work for a lame corporation, and I can go down that whole bunny hole of like, they need to be woken up and not working for the lame corporation. But I found people within the corporation who will push the correct button and take care of me. Like, for example, like I cash my check at the end of, kind of deviating here, roll with me, I'll circle back. I cash my check at the end of the work week, right? And because I don't like to keep money in Bank of America. Screw Bank of America, right? Because if I keep money in their bank, they can make money off my money, derivatives and all the whole scam. So I keep my money in a glass jar in the closet, right? Whatever. It's stupidity at its finest level. But anyway, so I'll go in to Chase, where my boss's bank is. He's got a huge corporate account. I'll go in and cash my check. And one day I made a huge stink in Chase because they charged me $6 to cash my paycheck. And I'm like, this is lame. Like, I know Chase. What do they do to get $6? I'm trying to get my money, and I make a big deal to some woman. I don't yell at her. I'm just make like, you don't know. The banks are running the system type of speech. Well, it turns out that the next teller over, who is awake. So I come back in next week, and this cat flags me over, and he's like, hey, look, man. It's just a button, dude. I won't charge you the $6 here, dude. It's totally optional, man. Like, dude, don't worry about it anymore. But it's just between you and me, right? And I go, aha. In my head, I go, aha, I knew it. They were just scamming me. There's a button they can push and not charge me the $6. They're ripping me off every time I go in the bank to cash my check. Right? Whatever. But because I wasn't a total donkey to the woman who was taking my $6, someone did help me through the system, and now I don't get charged $6 if I go to this one dude. But like, it's lines. Like sometimes I got to go to the other chick, but I take my penalty lap because I know it's a scam. Like I don't need to get crazy. I've proven it's a scam. I'm relieved of the anger, of the frustration of the system. Circling back to Bank of America. Look, everybody's a human being, man. It doesn't matter if they work for the man or not. But how you treat them is how you treat yourself, right? So it's not that I like flipped out at the person at the other end of the phone who's charging me wrongly. It's the fact that I went, you know what, hey man, because you always get their name, hey Tony, I know it wasn't you. I want to apologize to you for getting angry. I know you just work for Bank of America. And they always are like, dude, I get it, bro. Like, this corporation kind of sucks, dude. But they're on the recording thing, so they don't really say that. But you get it from the tone that they're like, yeah, I got it, bro. Like, I get why you're losing your mind. All right. So there's that type of thing. And look, today at work, for example, I lost my mind. I was chucking my tools across the job site because I was up in the scaffolding, right? And I was trying to get this piece of wood in, and it was like low, and I couldn't get an angle on it, and my hammer kept hanging up, and I just couldn't get it in there, and I got a nail gun, and it's super hot, and like, yeah, it's November, and I'm sweating bullets right now because it's California. So I'm battling this stupid piece of wood, and I eventually just start screaming screaming, bah! And I'm winging my tools and I'm ripping my bags off and I throw it like everyone at the job site hears me going. Because I get into wars with the scaffolding. Because the scaffolding's like always, and it's always in the wrong spot. It's a love-hate relationship with scaffolding. Like it'll save your life, but it'll also just, the screws will shoot out of the side of your head. So I lose my mind, right? Now, before I got sober 5-6 years ago, I would have lost my mind, threw my tools down, got in my car, and driven home and went and got a six-pack. Today, I've learned that it's okay to be angry, but it's what do I do after I've lost my mind? Do I be a big baby and get in my car and leave? Or do I go, breathe deep for a minute, regroup, get back out on the scaffolding, go find all my tools that are scattered all over the hillside, put them back in my bag, get my bags back on, and then go back and knock the piece of wood back in? Yeah, that's what I do. Because it's not that I got angry, it's how I handled myself after I got angry. Like, look, if I got home and left, like, dude, the rest of the crew needs me there to work, like, because I'm part of a team, dude. Everybody has their day on the job site. It was the hottest. It was 7:30 in the morning. It was just got my day. It's crazy, right? So, yeah, I'm totally cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm Fruit Loops. Man, I have fits of anger. But what I've learned now is, to shut the fuck up a lot of times. Like, especially now that I live with the hologram and the minigram, like, I don't only live with my girlfriend, I live with her 9-year-old daughter. Like, I'm like co-parenting on a certain level. So I have to explain that I have to discipline a 9-year-old. Talk about putting that into perspective of your own actions and explain to her what she's done wrong and how she can go about changing reality by how she deals with the problem. It's not so much that she got into trouble at school, it's that she lied about it when she got home. This happened like a week ago. She got into trouble at school. She came home. She made up a story about why she was super bummed out, was lying about that, got called on that, then started lying about other things. And I was like, look, dude, enough, man. Dude, whatever you thought you did wrong isn't even the problem now. The problem is you're sitting at the dinner table lying to us about what is going on. Like, yeah, you had some trouble at school. Like, we get it. Like, me and the hologram, like, we're pretty cool people, but like, we get it. Like, we're both like recovering alcoholics, dude. We've thrashed on the world at a certain point, man. So yeah, we get it. Like the 9-year-old, yeah, causing a little trouble at school. But as we say, it's like, how do you deal with the problem after you cause the problem? Do you realize you are the root of all your problems? Yes, sometimes people have done you wrong, but you've called them in. You've called them into your dream to come and fuck with you. I'm using a little bit of profanity on this video because, like, I'm jacked up on coffee and I'm sweating bullets and I'm hot and I'm fired up. So, yeah, I get angry. But I've also translated my anger. Why do you think I ran for city council twice? As I used to joke, nobody goes to a city council meeting because they're having a good day. I was so angry about them shutting down the skate park here in Malibu that I ran for city council. Put my money where my mouth is, right? Like, you can be angry, but it's what you do with it. Do you just be angry at sit at home and bitch and moan? When I used to be a tree hugger, like, yeah, I was angry they were cutting down the forest. Well, I put myself into action. I went and talked to senators. I went and got involved. I went and protested. I chained myself to trees. I did everything I possibly could besides sit and be angry about it. Yeah, it made me super depressed in the long run, but anger is a tool. It's what you do with it and what kind of anger it is. Just to be angry at people because they're in your way in the fast lane is stupid, dude. I know it's stupid. To be angry at a line in a coffee shop or the supermarket, stupid. It doesn't matter that the person in front of you apparently has never used a supermarket before. It's their first time ever at a supermarket, and they don't know how it works that you use money to pay for fruits and vegetables. Don't get me going with people at the supermarket. God, they're crazy. I'm stoked the hologram handles the supermarket now. That place makes me... Like, I come unglued, but I can roll into the Department of Motor Vehicles and have the best day ever because I've learned to change my perception on what makes me angry. I get angry all the time. But do I act out on my anger like I used to? No. Do I realize that it's a tool? Yes. Do I most times need to just pause for the cause, pause when agitated, man? Look, there's something I learned in sobriety. It's called HALT, H-A-L-T, hungry, angry, lonely, tired. If you're angry about something, it's because of one of those four things. You're either hungry, you're either angry, you're either lonely, or you're tired. Dude, when I come home and I'm in a bad mood or I get into a bad mood, the hologram just starts making me some foods like, here, eat this. Because I'm not a good food eater. Like, I forget to eat all the time. She just makes me food, and it changes my attitude. And if I haven't slept enough, that will affect my how I interact with the world as well, dude. And lonely, I'm not lonely anymore. But when I used to be lonely, yeah, like, I would get super frustrated at stuff, man. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. Yeah, anger, dude. Yeah, it's one of them. So that pause for the cause, man. So whatever it is, this is my final piece of advice. Whatever's got you frustrated and angry, just take a moment, pause for the cause, and see if you've eaten anything, if you're tired, whatever it is, dude, make a phone call. Use that anger as a tool, or just let it go. If there can't be anything productive with anger, like, what's the point? Like, what's the point, man? Like, look. Some of my best things in life have come out of me blowing it. Just blowing it. And what made that a good thing was how I handled it. Yes, I've lied, I've been dishonest in my life, but I've always found that if you go tell the truth, man, people are stoked and they're like, okay, dude, you earned some respect, because it's not, like they said, Richard M. Nixon, man, it isn't the crime, it's the cover-up, man. Whatever you've done wrong, just face it like a centered human being and go, hey, man, I botched this one, dude. What do I do to make it right? Look, I don't lie, I don't steal, I don't cheat, but I still make mistakes in life. And when I do, I gotta go face it, and I can't be angry about it and blame other people for my mistakes. I don't know, I kind of was all over the map with this video, but anyway, I gave it a shot. Peace.